Hello everybody, welcome back. Omega Given here. We are doing a video for the bi-weekly cosmetic update of the Township Tale because we love lore, and lore is buried in the cosmetics. So let's go on over to our desktop view where we have the Cheerful Tranquillity event, which is, well, here's the phrase for it: the best remedy for a hard day's work and warm days are well-deserved refreshments and a break in the shade, a tranquil reward that never fails. All right, well, that was our phrase for giving us a hint of what's going on. We got 3 cosmetics here. Looks like, I don't know, these all kind of look like they might have been previously here. Maybe this one's new? I know this one has been around. I feel like I recognize it. Maybe it's a little different, who knows? We have the Spirited Scallion? Skull? I don't know, something like that. All manner of work was demanded of folks in town. To work was to live a humble life, and a humble life was where the good in the people was birthed. As times went on, the stacking of ill fortunes tested the resolve of the well-experienced. Even in these grim times, it was a particularly optimistic young worker who held on to the belief that their people could persevere. Were it not for this useful optimism, the artisans of the township may have never rallied when the time came. This is very, very lore intensive when you think about it. So it's basically talking about how, like, you know, the young people are what actually made it so they persevered through a hard time, which would maybe be the big bad, which is an event that a lot of people have theorized has happened / has been semi-confirmed through messages and stuff in Discord, that a big bad or some event happened that may have done some big things, maybe have spawned the Gotera and Terabata, I believe, if I'm not wrong. I don't know, I might be somewhat forgetful of some of the events, but yes, this is kind of good. Kind of shows a little bit of like a show of like what the events might have been back then and everything. But let's keep going. We have the chef amateur. Cooking is a vital profession to the town. The preparation of food is crucial to the survival of the townfolk. Those who bear this outfit were well represented for their dedicated efforts to keep the town fed. So it's kind of interesting because, like, the township, the game is built on, like, you know, cooperative. Everyone has a role. You do the role to make it sure the town is well kept. And this kind of shows that, like, you know, this is a society that like even though they might have had maybe trading and such, it was very much communal in the fact that, like, you actually had chefs that took care of the town. Like, not everyone just cooked for themselves. You kind of just, like, everyone goes to the tavern and they probably prepare a meal for everybody, and you have certain people that do probably farm labor, you have certain people that probably do the blacksmithing. Everyone has a role, which is very interesting because, you know, most of the time it's like more of an exchange of economy. They might have had an exchange of economy, that's how maybe this worked, but who knows, it might have showed a little bit of, like, maybe they just didn't have economy, it was more of just a community. Yes. All right, so Tender of the Grasslands. Aha! To live amidst the woods and the plains meant one thing, but there were those who vouched to protect it from any occupation. It was a bittersweet fight for the tenders. That despite their words of peace, they would eventually resort to violence in the end, as all of man would. So yeah, I believe this is a older cosmetic. It's actually kind of a cool cosmetic in my opinion. Like I like these armbands. I love the like design of the shirt and everything. But it shows that you know, there was there's a sense that a lot of people were trying to use maybe the plains and the forest for who knows what, like just resources, and then, you know, it may be an overuse of resources, and these people were like, no, you can't do that. So there might have been fighting that breaks out there. So it's kind of interesting. So it kind of shows that there is conflict between the townfolk and other townfolk, or of these people that might not be the township townfolk. Are those same people? I don't know. But yeah, kind of good cosmetic or good lore behind that one as well. We got some pretty good lore this week, pretty good solid lore, kind of like forming a little bit of the culture of the town. We got some really cool, I gotta say, that's the coolest pants I've ever seen. I have to get that myself. All right, we got this, the villager coat. A neat and clean garment worn over vests and shirts. The long, simple shapes harken back to the common staples of townsfolk wear. Pretty good, solid. Nothing too complicated. Then we got the pants here. Let's look at this. The gilded skirt. skirt worn by the woodland dwellers. They found prosperity in the great forests of the land, but were skeptical of those who would come and abuse its gift. The deal of this garb marks their creed with the lush nature around them. I think this is a new cosmetic. I think this is a completely new cosmetic. So it kind of is like, you know, just like a woodland ranger kind of esque vibe. I kind of like it. I want to probably grab that, to be honest, and add it to my spiel of stuff. All right, we've got a bow tie shirt, a newly trimmed shirt boasting a modest bow tie. This was a commonly worn design by the townsfolk when they made very rare appearances at foreign events, whilst they were always intimidated by leaving their home grounds. Little did they know, foreigners held the outfit with some regard. Many believed it to be a shirt of cultural significance. Huh. By townfolk when they made very rare appearances at foreign events. That's interesting. So this shows a lot of lore of people leaving the town for foreign events, which there is a lot of foreign, you know, influence in the town as like noblemen from other lands come in, but no, not necessarily noblemen of the town itself. There are instances where it seems like noblemen have settled in the town, but not like of the town. At least that's my understanding. Of course, I could be a little bit wrong there. But this is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting what we have here. Like that just shows like a little bit of how people might have left. Two-tone bob, just like a hair bundle to leave the town. Yeah, nothing too much there. What we got here? We got old storytellers bangles. Many folks came to the township, but even more crossed paths through the forest. It was there, besides the warm light of a campfire, that most stories were told, and deeper in the dark of the woods where untold stories were lost and forgotten. It was a simple storyteller's ambition to keep the stories of those who passed these woods, and hopefully those who never would. Interesting. Kind of like some like ominous, like something's going on in the town, like that like they don't like a certain faction passing, aka the township, maybe themselves, who knows. And then we got ourselves the spiral lobe earwear. A simple earwear from the townsfolk. The spiral has been felt in many forms by the townsfolk, a reminder of the billowing winds of this valley. But during nightly dreams, they hear the crashing and thundering of an older form. Ooh. Older form of what? I don't know. There might be something going on in this town here. I don't know. That is actually, I don't know if this is here or if this is brand new. I don't think it's new, but I don't think I've ever read that right there. The thundering of an older form. I wonder what that older form is. Is it the big bad? I thought the big bad was an event. This seems like some kind of enemy, an older form of some kind of enemy, some large enemy. Maybe a giant Terabata, which might be the one theory I had, which I kind of debunked already, but like a huge Terabata might have came through the land and destroyed some stuff. Who knows? Well, if you guys like this kind of video, please like and subscribe. Put your comments down below what kind of lore that you might have heard from this, or what things you kind of theorized from these kind of ideas. And yeah, if you guys haven't watched already, go watch our Powers in the Dark and Birth of the Dark series. It's a great series to watch, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.